Hello family. Today I'm doing the video from the sauna. You know, I've been utilizing saunas for a long time now, long before COVID, and I was going to the YMCA, using the public sauna there, and obviously they're not open for the pandemic. Don't get me started on that, but I started looking into other options. I found a sauna, an infrared sauna on Amazon for $300. And, you know, I'll put a link in the description. But it's super solid. It's easy to clean. I utilize it every day as part of my morning routine. You know, the benefits of sauna are evident, especially if you start using it every day. You feel better. And I'll do another video specifically mentioning the benefits of a sauna. And, you know, it's cost effective. $300, you can use it every day, and you feel great. So it's a part of my morning routine, and so I'm doing the video from in here today. So hence the close-up. You know, there's not a lot of space, but yeah. So I've been noticing it when I take my clothes off. They're very staticky. And that's because I've been retaining that vital force energy, the semen. And I've noticed my voice is deeper. I have a heightened sense of passion and fire and ambition and creative energy that I'm channeling into creative endeavors, as opposed to releasing it on the bed sheets or, you know, wasting it, essentially. So, and I'm a couple weeks in now. I've known about semen retention for a long time. I found out about it through the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It has a chapter called The Mystery of Sexual Transmutation. Very powerful. I put some of the quotes from that chapter in one of my last videos, where increased masculine energy with semen retention. It is for real. You know, there's a lot of people out here there's always going to be naysayers and people hating on it. Oh, that's bullcrap, whatever. But they haven't done it. They haven't experienced it. That's why they're saying that stuff. And, you know, our animalistic nature, that can be a difficult beast to conquer, especially with all the distractions in the world nowadays. You know, a lot of people are sexually liberated. There's these dating websites and porn, and sexual stimulation is ubiquitous nowadays. So, whereas, you know, a few hundred years ago, the options were not as great to expend that energy. So it's very powerful once you learn how to conquer that beast. And I put a link in the description to one of my other videos about neem and turmeric, and that's also a part of my morning routine. So if you think about it, the color correlated with the sacral chakra, the energy center up from your root chakra. The root chakra is where the sexual energy pools. It's the foundation. It's the base of the spine. Energy center up from that, and your navel is the sacral chakra. Think about it. It's where the umbilical cord goes. The baby, it's also where sexual energy is concentrated. So the color correlated with that is orange. And turmeric is vibrant orange. And then the color correlated with your heart chakra is green. So, and neem is green. And the synergistic combination of consuming these two substances on a empty stomach, and the empty stomach part is important. That's why I do it in the morning. Neem has been proven to kill sperm cells. Now you might be thinking, I don't want to kill that. It's, like I just said, it's the vital force energy. That's our masculine essence. That's where our power is. Why would I want to kill that? Well, that's where the transmutation comes into play. So, when taken with turmeric, it helps transmute that energy from the lower level chakras, the root and sacral chakras, into the higher chakras, the spiritual chakras. You know, there's a transition from, you know, the root, the sacral, which is the reproductive, and then the solar plexus. Those are our lower level chakras. And then, as soon as you get to the heart, that's where our higher nature lies. So once we conquer that animalistic nature, we become more spiritual naturally. It happens of its own. And we can utilize substances like neem and turmeric to help accomplish this, because it helps transmute that energy from our lower level chakras, our animalistic nature, into energy that facilitates a transformation of a vibration, our way of being, which in turn deepens the context from which we perceive the world. It heightens our level of perception. We have a heightened sense of clarity and discernment, which allows us to see through the bullshit and not get caught up in it. It's a lot of distractions. And the most important lesson from the Bible is to know thyself. The Bible is a book about you. It's not a book about Jesus. Jesus' fundamental teaching, the essential point, is that you are sons of God too. It's not just him. We don't put him on a pedestal and idolize him. The power is within you too. And you know, that's fasting is a big part of conquering our lower nature too, because that's where the root chakra comes into play. That's symbolic of survival. And, you know, eating food is, reproduction are our two biggest drives, or animalistic drives. So if we can learn to control those, not from a place of force, but from a place of empowerment, then it naturally translates to all other aspects of life. And we become a different person. We vibrate at a different level of energy. I mean, it's absolutely obvious that everything is energy. There's different levels to it. The basis of life is spectrums. Where do you fall along that spectrum? There's no better or worse, or right or wrong, or higher or lower. We use the terms higher and lower to appeal to the intellect. But essentially, everything fundamentally at root is emanating from the same space, the same source. And our physical expressions are vibrating at different levels of frequency. So that when we get in tune to this, we're able to effectively not only transform our state, vibration and being, but also that of others that come into contact with us, that are drawn into our field. You know, your vibe attracts your tribe. So, didn't exactly know what I was going to say, but I knew I had to make the video as soon as, you know, I took my clothes off this morning. I was like, wow, I felt the electricity. And it's undoubtedly due to the semen retention. It really is no joke. And I urge you to try it out. For a while, it took a while for me to get to the point where I'm at now, where I feel like I have it in complete control. Whereas, you know, before I would relapse, it would be on and off. You know, I'd go for a week, and then I would just feel like I had to release it. But that's because we've conditioned the body to do that. And do you want your body to be in control? Or do you want your mind to be in control of the body? What does that say about a man if he's indulges in every single urge that he has? Whether it be to take a drug, or whether it be to, you know, masturbate, or any other perceived pleasure. Because I'm telling you right now that these lower level pleasures they're not only temporary and not sustainable over the long term, they diminish. The pleasure diminishes as you frequently indulge in them. But compared to the high vibe of having those things in check, there's no comparison. So, I appreciate y'all. If you're liking the video so far, like and subscribe. I'm really going to be consistent with the content. Like I said, it's part of the chosen path. And I'm going to be putting a lot of good information out there for you guys. So, I appreciate the feedback. God bless.